Hey everyone, good morning. I hope you all are having a great day. It is Sunday, December 18, and I'm just about to leave to go to this place called Tiong Bahru. It's this little area kind of near Chinatown that's really famous for murals and hipster cafes and stuff like that. But I'm very excited. It's my first day here in Singapore, and after the craziness that happened yesterday, I'm just so excited to put that all behind me. It was just a complete mess, and I just do not want to relive that ever again. But that's all behind us. And I just want to remind you guys that every single day of this trip, I'm going to be doing a $100 challenge. What does that mean? I'm trying to make perform an experiment here to see if it really is possible to go to Singapore on a budget, because you know it has this reputation of being very expensive, it being really hard to visit, not because it's like there's a language barrier or anything, but just because it's so expensive. So I'm trying to see if we can do all the major attractions and still be under budget. So the budget is going to be $100 every single day, but unfortunately my hostel costs $42 a night, so that immediately takes out $42, so that leaves us with only $58 to work with. But let's see, maybe some days we'll make it, maybe some days we won't, I don't know, but let's see. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna get ready, get all my stuff together, then go out there and explore. So come along with me. So I don't know if I'm gonna include yesterday's video in today's video, because I didn't really film a lot, because mostly I was freaking out and being tired and being like just frazzled the entire day. So I don't know, maybe I'll include it in this if it's like kind of short, but either way we're gonna have some really exciting content for today, so let's go. So I'm waiting for the bus right now. Should be coming from there any second now. Now usually Singapore buses actually come on time-ish. I mean, like, they usually, more often than not, do come on time. And usually there are multiple buses for where you want to go, so that's good. But yeah, just waiting. Morning. So we are in Tiong Bahru, and what I find really interesting about this place is that it actually translates to New Cemetery, and that's because this place used to actually be a burial ground, but now it's one of the hippest places to be in Singapore, and it's actually Singapore's oldest housing area, so that's pretty cool. And now it's known as this hipster area full of really nice cafes and like art deco buildings, as you can see. But now we're gonna go over here to Tiong Bahru Bakery and have some breakfast. So one thing you have to know about the Tiong Bahru Bakery, it was opened I think in 2012, and its specialty are these. They're called coin amin things. They're kind of a pastry. You can get it in chocolate and in like regular like kind of croissant bread and stuff. So yeah, let's see how good this is. Okay, let's actually try this. It is kind of hard to pull apart, but like I said, this is the thing they're kind of known for. I have no idea what this is. I think I'm doing it wrong. Okay, here we go. You can really taste the chocolate, but it's a lot drier than I thought it was gonna be. Still pretty good. This thing is like insanely good. Like, wow, the chocolate is just, it's like, the thing is, it's not super moist, so it's a little bit dry, but for some reason that adds to the chocolate. You can also get it in like regular, like I said a while ago, like in a croissant kind of breading. But yeah, it's very good. So we just finished breakfast at Tiong Bahru Bakery, and now we're gonna try to find the murals that make Tiong Bahru famous. They were actually made by this guy called Yip Yu Chong, and they depict the history of Tiong Bahru. So let's go find them. Now, before we get to the murals, I thought I would tell you guys a couple more things about Singapore. The name of Singapore was actually called Pulau Ujong, which translated to the island of the end of the peninsula. And it got its name after this Palembang prince. Palembang was a city in like Java, I think. And Singapore got its name after this Palembang prince. Saw an animal that he didn't recognize in the wild here in Singapore, and he thought it was a lion, but obviously there are no lions here. This is in Africa. And he named it Singapura, which means the lion city. And before the arrival of the British, 5 kings actually ruled over Singapore. But yeah, so let's keep exploring this place. Let's try to find the murals. They're around here somewhere, so let's go. So what exactly are my first impressions of Singapore? It is so clean, it is so nice, it's so organized. I feel safe everywhere I go. And like I said, this clashing like mix of old and new is just so interesting to me. And it just gives this place a lot of character and a lot of just uniqueness. And it's just so cool to see in person after so long. The last time I was here, Singapore was not this modern. But just seeing it grow and change as the years go by is really, really interesting to me. But yeah, here we are at another mural. I'll show it to you guys. Pretty cool. And like I said, this is all made by the same artist, so that's pretty interesting. So as you can see, the murals here are so big. It goes from all the way over there to all the way over there. And there's a little dedication over there to the left side that just talks about the history of this place and everything. And it's really, really interesting to see all of this. And it depicts like, at least this one depicts like how the original hawker stalls got started and everything. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. So this mural is supposed to depict the home life of Singapore, as you can see by the guy reading the newspaper over there. And they even put these chairs that kind of match the aesthetic of the mural that I guess you can sit in for pictures, so that's pretty cool. I don't know if you can hear me from that far away, but yeah. So I think we're done with this area for today. It was really interesting seeing everything, like walking around and seeing all the art deco stuff. But now we're gonna go to Chinatown, our second destination for the day, because we're gonna visit 3 temples and eat really good food at Hawker Center. So let's go. We are on our way to Chinatown, trying to get to the bus station. Hopefully the wait isn't as long as a while ago. But like I said, Singapore's public transportation is probably one of the best in the world. It's so comprehensive. You can reach any point on the island from anywhere. And it's just like, as someone who lives in Manila and Los Angeles, where the public transportation system is not that great, I really appreciate this kind of thing. So it's really, really cool to see such an efficient and robust transportation system. And yeah, so we're gonna go to Chinatown. See you guys there. I seriously love the art deco stylings of this entire place. I'm a huge architecture fan ever since I went to Europe in 2017. And just seeing this kind of architecture is really, really nice. All the buildings look exactly the same. It's so uniform and everything. It's just, it's beautiful actually. It's very beautiful. are now. Oh wait. That was a really loud motorcycle. Anyway, we are now in Chinatown, as you can see, and something that's really interesting about this place and Singapore in general is that there are districts that are divided by ethnicity, and that was a product of Stamford Raffles' Jackson Plan, which was to create these districts that certain ethnic groups would reside in. And this is one of them, Chinatown. The others are Little India and Kampong Glam. Kampong Glam is the Arab quarter, and then Little India obviously is Little India. So some fun facts about this Chinatown. It is the only Chinatown in the world to have a mosque, a Buddhist temple, and a Hindu temple on one street. And it was actually inspired by Baroque and Victorian architecture. Okay, so let's see how it looks like. So we're actually in a pretty famous place in Chinatown. I've recognized this place in like other people's vlogs. So yeah, I know you can get durian here. I've never had durian, so I kind of want to try it, although people say it's a hit or miss. But yeah, so I actually really like this area. There's a bunch of different shops and restaurants, and it's decked out for Christmas, which is always great. I love Christmas personally. Yeah, so there's a bunch of little stores selling keychains, scarf. I don't know why you would need a scarf in Singapore, but they are selling them. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so you can literally buy anything you want here. That's amazing. So we're here at the Sri Mariamman Temple. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it looks to be like it's under renovation, but it's still open, so we're gonna see if there's anything to see inside. It seems like the whole thing is under construction, but there's a Hindu service of some kind happening over there. I guess this place would be really nice if it was not all covered in scaffolding. So this temple dates back to 1827, and it was actually built by Southeast Asian workers. It's dedicated to Mariamman, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who is actually the Hindu god that can cure diseases. And this was the only Hindu temple in Singapore for a while that could perform Hindu marriages. Okay, we got another temple to go to, the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple, so let's go there right now. There are a bunch of murals here in Chinatown, and they're made by the same guy who did the ones in Tiong Bahru. You can see his name over there in the corner. Yeah, so we're on the way to the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple. Oh, I am not doing it correctly. We're on the way to the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple, so let's go there now. On the way to the temple, which should just be around the corner. And you can actually spot Maxwell Food Center from here, which is one of the more known hawker centers. So this was built in 2007, this Buddha Tooth Relic Temple. It's supposed to have the left canine tooth of the Buddha housed in there, but unfortunately you can't take pictures of it. It cost $75 million to set up, and in the style of the architecture is reminiscent of the Tang Dynasty. And it was inspired by the Buddhist mandala, which is a symbol of the universe. One fun fact about it is that 320 kilograms of gold actually make up the stupa all the way up there. So let's go inside. So we're at the top of the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple, and there's literally a garden out here. Like, there's so much plant life that I can't believe we're on the 5th floor of a building. And they have this like rotating cylindrical thing in the center of it. I don't know what it's supposed to be for, but it's like the biggest of its kind in the world apparently. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, after this I think we're gonna go to one more temple or have lunch. Whatever we're feeling more, but yeah. So that temple was really nice. There were like these golden, I don't know, like structures all around, and there were so many like golden statues, and there was a whole garden at the top that was so nice. But yeah, now we're gonna go to the last temple in Chinatown that's like of note, and that's the Thian Hock Keng Temple, I think is the name. Yeah, let's go. This is the uniqueness of Singapore. As you can see, there's a bunch of trees around me, but over there in the distance, very modern high-rises. If there's one thing that sums up Singapore, that's probably it. Just the whole green city is really cool. So this is the Thian Hock Keng Temple, and it used to face the beach, but because of reclaimed land it doesn't anymore. It translates roughly to the Temple of Heavenly Happiness. This is actually Singapore's oldest Chinese temple, built in 1839, and it was dedicated to Mazu, the goddess of the sea. Okay, let's see if we can go inside. Let's go. So this has been very cool. I love all of the like really ancient Chinese architecture up there. Pretty interesting. And we can't take videos of the altar, but the altar had like this black figure that was covered in garments. I don't know what that's supposed to symbolize, but that's pretty cool. So now we're gonna go eat at Chinatown Food Complex, our first hawker center of this whole thing. So now we are going back the way we came. So we're passing through An Siang Hill to get to the hawker center. We're gonna try to get Hawker Chan, which is the first Michelin starred hawker stall, but if the line is long we could just get something else. I mean, it's a hawker center, there's probably good food everywhere, so yeah. Something interesting to note about hawker centers, these are like one of the, I think UNESCO said it's one of the intangible cultures that's worth like preserving. And they actually started because the Singapore government did not like that all these street vendors were just on the streets causing traffic and everything. So they decided to put all of them into these hawker centers and basically make them street food institutions. So we're gonna try some of them today. Yeah, we're gonna try to find the original Hawker Chan, that's the one I'm aiming for. But any honestly would be good. So there's a bunch of different stalls here. I'm trying to find the original Hawker Chan. I don't know if it's here. I could be completely wrong, but I know it's somewhere here, supposedly. I got xiaolong bao and beef noodles from this one store that had a line. And if there's one thing you have to know about Singapore is that they have a line culture. Basically, if there's like a long line, people will join it for no, even though they have no idea what the line is for, they're gonna join it because it means it's probably for something good. So I just did that. I hopped into the a long line that I saw, and I ordered food. So hopefully it's really good. It should be ready in about 10 minutes. Yeah. So I got the beef noodle. Let's try it right now. Let's try the beef first, actually. Wow, that is really good. There's a bit of spice to it, but the beef is like super soft. That's pretty good. Now let's try the noodles. Oh, they are falling, but there we go. That's really good. Very soft like the beef. Very slippery. Very filling. I like it. Cheers. Now let's try the xiaolong bao. This is what they look like. Okay. Wow. That is really good xiaolong bao. Excellent. Excellent. So yeah, food here is really good. And I love hawker centers. They're like really cheap places to get really good food. And some of them are Michelin starred. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna just keep eating this, then we're gonna go. So I just had a very filling lunch at my first hawker center. It was my first hawker center experience, and I have to say I loved it. The whole, how hectic it was, but also how energetic it was, and how like the cooks really know what they're doing. And you could feel this like, I don't know, it's like this tension in the air that was just so like energizing. So now though, we are on the way to Gardens by the Bay. We're gonna stop by the hotel for a second and then make our way over there. So let's go. So I changed the shorts, as you can see, and now we are on the way to Gardens by the Bay. Should take us maybe like 30 minutes to get there. But yeah, let's try to get there as fast as possible so we can get to the Cloud Forest and Flower Dome and hopefully see the Garden Rhapsody tonight. Yeah, pretty exciting stuff. So if you guys want to know what SIM I use while I'm here, I got this SIM called M1 and you can buy it through Klook. I'll leave the link down below. It's really effective and it's 100 gigabytes, so that's good. And also when you're here, I would not recommend buying the tourist pass for your MRT card. I'd rather you get an Easy Link because it costs $25 for the tourist pass. And unless you're really going to be traveling literally everywhere by metro, and Singapore is very walkable, so there's no need for that. You don't really need to spend $25. You might as well get the $10 card and just keep topping it up like what we're doing. But yeah, now let's go to Gardens by the Bay. Just as another reminder, guys, if you're riding the buses and you tap in, don't forget to tap out. Because if you don't tap out, they're going to charge you the full fare, and that's like $3. But if you tap out, you can just be charged like 95 cents. So just something to remember. So we've arrived at Bayfront Station and we are on the way to Gardens by the Bay. The signs all point to the exit B, so that's where we're gonna go. This is gonna be my first time there and I'm so excited. Like, I have seen pictures of this place and I have wanted to go for so long. I think it opened in like 2012 and I think the last time I was here was like 2010 or something, so I never went. But I'm very excited. Look how big those things are. Those are the super trees. Pretty cool. We have the glorious Marina Bay Sands right there. And behind us are the super trees. These things are absolutely massive. Look at that. That is crazy big. And there's like 9 of them or something. So it should be noted that I bought my tickets for the Cloud Forest and the Flower Dome through Klook, and it ended up being about 53 Singapore dollars, which is a lot cheaper than if you buy at the website itself. So I would definitely recommend you do that. This isn't an ad for Klook or anything, it's just that I really trust them, and like, yeah, they usually give really good deals. Me for scale. I think the best part about getting tickets through Klook is that it goes directly to your phone and you don't have to line up in like this long queue over here. You can just go up directly to the Cloud Forest or Flower Dome entrance and boom, you can go in. So yeah, we're gonna go to the right now to the Cloud Forest. God! Oh my God! Look at that! Damn! Oh my God! That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Oh my God! I think this is the perfect analogy for what Singapore is. The mixture of like modernism with the green. Well, this is the Cloud Forest, but the Flower Dome is the largest glass conservatory in the world. This was all part of an effort to make tourism more green here in Singapore, and it opened in 2012. The Cloud Forest is 35 meters tall all the way up there. It's 35 meters tall. It had a 1 billion Singapore dollar budget, this whole complex thing. And outside, as you saw, the super trees range from about 25 to 30 meters between them. And this, what you see right here, that's the second highest indoor waterfall, second only to the Jewel at Changi Airport, also in Singapore. So yeah, let's explore this place. They even have a cool, banshee? Are they called banshees? I can't remember, but they have one over there, which is pretty cool. Look at that. Pretty freaking amazing, isn't it? I'm gonna say, I was kind of skeptical about the Avatar stuff that was gonna go in this place. I thought it was gonna be really cheesy, but it's pretty cool. This is the perfect place to set it in. It really feels like you're on Pandora in Avatar, like exploring, seeing all these creatures. It's great. It's so cool. This place is unreal. I can't, like, honestly, it's just so pretty. God, it's so nice. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like glowing veins of blue and purple making their way all the way up there. That's awesome. I cannot explain enough how surreal this all feels. It's literally so pretty up here. It's just overflowing with green life and everything. Ah, so true. All my stress just went away about my bag not being back yet. I can handle it. This place is amazing. I'm so happy I'm here. I love it. So this cloud forest is amazing, as you can see from it all behind me. This really is the perfect metaphor for what Singapore is trying to accomplish, with it being a green city, a city that's sustainable and everything. I can think of a better place to encapsulate that than this place. It is just gorgeous. You know, there's one thing that I do whenever I'm in very picturesque tourist sites like this, and that is I take like a minute or two to just stop and appreciate whatever I'm looking at. You know, we get so caught up with trying to like photograph everything and video everything that we tend to like lose in touch of the moment, which is why I'm trying to like be present and just enjoy everything that's in front of me. They have a real moving banshee over here, which is pretty amazing. I think this is the back side of the waterfall. Yeah, so let's see that. So you can see the waterfall in the back here. Pretty neat. You can see like tiny orchids over here. They're like magnifying glasses where you can like just look at them. Over there. This place is amazing. Like, oh my, I had really high expectations, but this surpassed every single expectation I had. It was so good. It was, words can't describe for me how amazing this place was. I hope I can come back one day, because honestly this was just top notch. So we're done with the cloud forest and now we are on the way to the flower dome, which should just be up here. So let's go.
Hi. Alright, one more. Alright, thank you.
This is the largest glass greenhouse in the entire world, and apparently like there are I think it was plants from 5 different continents in this flower dome. Are these not the biggest succulents you've ever seen in your entire life? That is crazy! So there are these like statues throughout the whole thing. It's pretty cool and interesting. There are great views also out of these glass panels. It's pretty amazing. You can see across the water and everything. This place is great. I love it. And it's air conditioned. That's the best part about it. They're also pumping Christmas music into the air, which is pretty nice. I love Christmas music, so totally my vibe. So we've got flowers and plants from Mexico and a tree from Africa in the same area. So those are plants that look like stones, but are actually plants. This place is a little bit cavernous, like there's so many different areas and everything, and there are like different pathways that lead to different areas and stuff like that. But so far, it's really nice. I think I prefer the cloud forest just because the views up there were amazing. But this is pretty cool too, and definitely worth the money to come and get here. Just to see all these plants, like to see plants from like literally the other side of the world. Like here's the South American garden, this is an Australian garden. It's pretty cool. I'm literally so happy. There is a California garden. Isn't that great? I didn't know that there was actually a cafe over here called Hortus, but I checked the prices and it's way out of my price range, so not for me. But this place is pretty cool. Like I said, I prefer the cloud forest, but this is pretty nice. So we're just sat here waiting for the light show, which should start in about like 25-30 minutes. It's really pretty. Like it's really pretty. That Garden Rhapsody show was interesting. I feel like it would have been better if every tree was lit. But yeah, now we're gonna head to dinner at Lau Pa Sat, so let's go. we are in the lobby of Marina Bay Sands, the hotel that's most famous here in Singapore, but it costs like maybe like $700 a night, and I do not have the money for that. But one day I'd like to think I'll have the money for that, even just to spend one night. Yeah, I look forward to it, hopefully. So we are on our way to our second hawker market or hawker center of this trip, and that is Lau Pa Sat. It should be somewhere around here. I think the food is still Chinese, so we're gonna try to get different food from what we got for lunch. But yeah, let's go. There are so many different stalls, and it's not just Chinese. There's Indonesian, there's Indian, there's Vietnamese, there's all kinds of stuff. But it's mostly Chinese food. There's Turkish cuisine over here. That is awesome. There's Korean over there too. And there's Filipino, but it's currently closed, so. Okay, so we have a few dishes here. The first one is Hainanese chicken rice, because I've been craving that this whole time. And the other one is beef satay. So I'm gonna show you the videos right here. Let's try them. So we have the Hainanese chicken rice. Let's try it. Oh my god, how do I even? It's a struggle, but here it is. That is really good. The sauce makes the whole thing. Okay, that's good. Get some rice in there. Heaven. Now we're gonna try the beef satay. Let's see how good this is. Damn! That is good. I don't know what they marinate the beef with, but whatever it is, it's heaven. Very good. Very, 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 very good. Hey y'all, so I just finished coming back from day one of this trip, and it was so much fun. And the best part was I got my bag back. Yes, my bag is literally right here. I got the call when we were at the Cloud Forest, and I was just so ecstatic. I was like, thank God that it arrived. Oh my god, it was causing me. I was enjoying the day, but I wasn't like 100% in it because I knew my bag was somewhere lost. But now I'm just like fully ready for the next few days. But before that, like I said at the start of the last video, let's go through how much we spent. So we spent $42 on the hotel room. Then we spent 95 cents to go to Tiong Bahru. I spent 6.7 on my chocolate coin Amin at Tiong Bahru Bakery. And then we paid 95 cents to go back to Chinatown. I spent $7.9 at the Hawker Center at Chinatown Complex. Spent $0.95 to get to the Gardens by the Bay. Spent $53 for the admission tickets to Gardens by the Bay. And then spent $10.9 at Lau Pa Sat. Oh, and I spent $0.95 to get from Gardens by the Bay to Lau Pa Sat. So that leads us to a grand total of $125.3. So we were off our budget by $25.3 today. So today was another unsuccessful day in terms of that. But I will say, after going around today, I mean, it's just been one day, but like I feel like this destination merits more than just 2 to 3 days. I know most people are just here for 2 to 3 days, but I've already done like all 3 things that we did today, 3 sections of it. I would recommend to everyone that you see that you experience these sections, because like it was just so much fun going around these districts or seeing the gardens by the bay. And I was like, I would want to spend more time in the city, even though it does get expensive, I will admit, but I feel like it's gonna be worth it. But let's see what the other tourist attractions have in store for us. But yes, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, click the subscribe button, like button down there, and also hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video. My last videos are to my left and to my right. My social medias are all linked down below, but follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Visit my website at passportperspective.com. Until next time, guys. See ya!